Beat Making Basics.
What's going on YouTube? It's your man Ever J Music, owner of Beat Making Basics, and we're back again with another dope video. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when we're gonna post. If you want to go the extra mile, leave a comment and like the video as well. But let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So what we're going to be discussing is how to make templates in Logic Pro 10, 10.5. Let's get it. Now, first off, let's talk about what a template is and how it can help you. First of all, a template basically is going to have, you know, whether you're making a template for a hip hop beat, whether you're making a template for mixing, basically it's going to have all the elements that you need to do that particular task. And it really saves time. So like, say if you want to mix a project, you know you're going to be mixing the project, you already have the audio files. If you create a template, basically you're going to pull up a session that already has the plugins already installed and ready to go, different things like that. So I'm going to show you how to make two different types of templates, one template for mixing and one template for making beats. So let's go ahead and do the making beats template first. What we're going to do is we're actually going to start with creating a software instrument. All right, we're going to come over here. We're going to pull up an Alchemy. Okay, we'll go ahead and create that. Because, you know, when it comes to making hip hop beats, you're going to need, different types of, instruments. So what we'll do is we'll come in here in Alchemy and we're going to pick certain sounds that we know that we always use in a hip hop beat. I would say that, in most hip hop beats, you probably use some sort of a piano. So what we're going to do is we're going to type piano right here and we'll find the piano that we want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the musical typing just so you can kind of see what's going on here. And we'll just pick a piano. Let's go with this Ice piano. And let me see here. All right, it sounds good enough. We'll just keep that. We'll go with this Ice piano, and then what we'll just do is repeat the process. We'll say, all right, what else do we need in a hip hop beat? Let's come over here. We'll create another software instrument track. We're going to use Alchemy, and we're going to this time pick a bass. Bass is a lot of different, usually we use bass. So I'll go with this Mutation bass. Let's check that out. All right, cool. Sounds good. Let's go with that. From there, we're going to do maybe one more and then we'll work on some drums here. So we'll do, let's say some strings, or let's do a guitar. All right, we'll go with this ambient guitar right there. Cool. So as you can see, we're pretty much building out. I'm gonna close this. All right, we're pretty much building out tracks that we're going to be using in production right here. So if we're making like a hip hop beat, we have, a piano sound right here. We could even rename this, keep it simple, say piano. We have a bass, it's an 808 bass for like more of an urban, modern hip hop. We'll say bass though. And we got this ambient guitar. Let's say that you already have some drum packs that you have loaded. What we could do is we can still go here and now go to the quick sampler and open that up and go over here to certain drum sounds that you might have. So let's say a hi-hat. All right, cool. So we have this hi-hat already opened up. And we'll do one more. I have a drum kit in the sampler, the multi-sampler that I already have. So we'll pull that up. I'm gonna go over here to Trap Kit. I've already created a kit. I have other videos that show you how to make your own drum kits and stuff like that. Just go ahead and search it in my videos, or I might put it in the description. Kit. All right, not hit. Let me see here. All right, cool. So we have pretty much a group of sounds that are already ready to go. Another thing that I might also do in a hip hop beat template is go ahead and go to the stereo output bus and put what's called an additive limiter on it. Okay. I'll just pretty much bring the ceiling down to -1 dB. We'll turn on the true peak. You can adjust the gain how you like it if you want. But what that's going to do is it's going to keep your beat from peaking. So now when I pull up this session, I already have a few instruments that I can go off of. I can still come in here and change these if I want to. And I also have like hats, you know, a trap kit that I can go off of. Let me also add like a little 808, a glide 808. I like using those a lot. So we'll pull that up. Let's see here. We'll use that guy right there. And we could even also bring it in. I'll bring this crunch in, because like that way I can also really use this template instead of just doing it for the chorus here or this teaching or video. So yeah, so this is our template now. So now anytime I want to create create music, excuse me, I can come over here to this kit. I have access to all of these different sounds. I don't have to take the time to, you know, load these sounds. I can just load the template and all my presets, all the sounds that I like to use, pull up. So now let's talk about how to actually save this template. We got the, you know, the master stereo bus that has an additive limiter on there. We got a group of sounds that we like to use and different things of that nature. I'm gonna go ahead and just double that out, maybe, you know, a couple times. Because usually, you know, you like to build up the beat. You know, you got a snare on one track, you know, maybe another snare, a kick, and maybe another hi-hat. You know, anyway, we got 10 tracks here. So what you'll do is go up to File, and what you'll do is, instead of going to Save As, we'll do Save As Template. All right, give it a couple seconds, and just name it. So I'm gonna name this one Rap/Trap Beat. Bam. Now anytime I want to make a rap/trap beat, guess what? This template is gonna pull up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start a new session just to show you I can open from a new template here. So I'm gonna go New from Template. Don't close. And so what we'll do here is we'll go to Project Templates down here when you're trying to create a new session. And actually, I'm sorry, you're gonna go to My Templates. Okay, My Templates, my bad. But anyway, you'll go to My Templates. You're gonna click on the template that you just created, which is this rap trap type beat, or however you want to name your template. You click on that, click Choose, and bam, it comes right up. You feel what I'm saying? As you can see, this is a brand new session here. All right, guys, so next what we're gonna cover is how to create like a mixing template, okay? Now these are just the basics. That you can get very detailed with this as you want, but we're gonna cover the basics. So first thing what you wanna do is create an audio track, okay? So we're gonna create that audio track. And then what you're going to want to do is go to the mixer window. Okay. After you go to the mixer window, what you want to do is go to the stereo output, and we're going to add an additive limiter on there. What the additive limiter is going to do, again, just for folks that maybe you missed the first part of it, is basically keep the track from peaking over here on the stereo output bus. So that's why we turn it to -1 dB, and we turn on this true peak detection right here. All right, so that's the first thing you want to do after you create this audio track. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to create a couple of auxiliary tracks that you can refer back to and add to different tracks you have in your mix. So basically, we're going to do this to the sends. I know you can go up here to options and create a new auxiliary channel strip that way, but we're going to do it through the sends. There's a reason why. So we'll go over here to buses, and we're going to go to bus 1, create a new audio channel strip, and we're going to come to a reverb. Okay, so we'll go to, you can do delays, you could do reverbs, you can do whatever. Now you can use one of the stock ones, but I usually use this Valhalla Room reverb. So we'll put that on there. We kind of adjust it like this. You can also come over here and add a little EQ to this if you want. Maybe take out some of the lows, cut around there. And so now we have a reverb auxiliary track that you can use or apply to your different tracks through the sends. Okay, so I can turn this up and down and make this track add reverb here. So we're going to do another one, because usually we use delay as well. And so I'll find a good delay. Now you can use a stock delay, or you can use something that you have in a Waves bundle or whatever. Usually on my stock delays, I just go over one. We have this right here, and I turn that wet down some. But since you're going to be sending the signal over, you know what I'm saying, through this aux track, through the sends, I'll just leave it as is. Again, we'll go over here and also like maybe taper out, you know, take out some of those lows. Boom. So now we got two aux tracks that we can use in our mix. I'll do one more, because just in case you want to do something called parallel compression, we'll go over here and create a third one, and then I'm gonna go to the compressor, and we can just do any of these compressors will work. But say if you're gonna do parallel compression, you can turn this down some, turn the ratio up a little, make the attack pretty quick and the release pretty quick. And there you go. You have that. I'm not going to EQ this one, but pretty much you have a good amount of auxiliary tracks that you can use in your mix. Now the only other thing that I would do here is create some more audio tracks. Now you can create them like this through the little plus sign. All right. I'm gonna create like 5. All right. And this is where you would have to kind of already have a good idea of mixing, you feel me, to do this part. But basically what I could do is I can come over here and name this bass, and say you already know what type of plugins you're going to use on your bass. I usually use some type of distortion, so I use this little Jules Jaden distortion pack. So I'll bring him in there. Boom. I know I'm going to be manipulating the bass with that. I always sometimes also might come to another plugin here. I might go to this R bass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and add that in. Okay, so now I know that I can always come back to this little bass track, drag my tracks in. Say if I have a bass track, I can take it and then drag it over here to this. Boom. Same thing with, like I say, a kick drum. For me personally, I like to use something called Smack Attack on my kicks. And so what I could do to save time on the mixes is I can go over here to my Waves bundle and find Smack Attack, and boom, I can even come over here and load one of the preset sounds that I like to use a lot, which is Kick to the Sun. And there we go. We can also do this with the snare. Let's say that we, you know, there's certain effects or certain plugins that you like to use. You can put them on there. So let's come, maybe I'll put another Smack Attack on that. And let's say that you're using this snare choked preset. You can even, you know, save time with the EQ. You know what I mean? You can come over here and I can like maybe say, all right, I'm gonna take a little bit out right there for the bass and maybe dip it in right around here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe come over here and, you know, just however you like to do your bass on your EQing. I know for my kick, I usually cut off like maybe right around there. Cut that out. That's all I really do. But you know, if you go a little more in detail, you can, you know, EQ it if you want, as much as you want. And I know with snares, I usually cut out right under 500. You feel me? So now there you go. You have a template that you can use. I can also come over here and do melody. Now this is going to be important, I would say. Did I misspell that? Let me see. Melody. There we go. This is important for the melody to save you a lot of time right here, because usually with the melody tracks, you're always going to be taking off, you know, taking out some of the lows. So you can immediately come over here and take out everything below 500. And what I can do is, boom, delete those tracks, and now I have a bass, kick, snare, and I have a melody. You feel me? And I can also come over here and do percussion too. Let's do another audio track. And what we'll do is we'll take out some of those lows again. All right, so anyway, there you go. And we'll say perk for percussion. It can be hi-hats or whatever. And so now what we could do here is we'll save this. All right, go to File, Save as Template, and we'll just say rap mix, rap beat mix, and voila, there's your template. And so now, you feel me? This is the other template. I can go to new from template. Don't close that. And then you go down to my templates, and I can pull up this rap beat mix template, and voila. You know what I mean? I can come over here. Let's just say that these are the different tracks we're gonna bring in here, right? Let's say like, okay, we're gonna bring in this is our melody. This is one of our melody tracks. Okay, cool. We're gonna bring that in here. Now this automatically has this guy right here. You feel me? Cutting out the lows. Okay, let's say we want to bring in, so let's say I'm just gonna type in kick. All right, cool. So let's just say that this is the kick drum. Now, instead of having to mix it all up, you have all of the different stuff that you need to mix your beats. So like for instance, well, I was telling you with the aux tracks, I can come over here to the melody, and I can go to the sends, and I can select whatever auxiliary track that I just created. So now I have reverb. I want to send it over here. So I'm just gonna pull up the knob a little bit and we'll listen. For the most part, that's that. I mean, I can go over here and bring in, different things.